We're going to talk about quadrilaterals today. Before we start, let's just talk a little bit about triangle. So we talked about the angle sum of interior angle sum of the triangle. So when we have like x, y, z, what was the sum of the triangle? What was the sum of the angles in the triangle? It was 180. So I'm going to use this to solve this question. So we have how many angles here? We have 3 angles. I'm going to add them. 73x plus 13 is equal to 180. So now we do have like terms, so we can combine them. So it's going to be 86 plus x is equal to 180. So now we want to get rid of this guy, 86 and 86. This should be minus. Okay, so it's going to be, you have x, and on this side, it should be 94. So x is going to be 94. All right, we're going to try to think about this question. I'm not going to give you the answer right now, but I need you to think about like which set of measurements could be the side length of a triangle. So I want to build a triangle, right? I want to build a triangle. But which one is going to be the side measures of the triangle? Like 3, 3, 3. Oh, okay, 3, 3, 3. When they have all equal sides, and you can call them equilateral triangles. So we already talked about this, equilateral. So I think A is going to be the answer. But what about B, C, D? So try to think about like, how can you make a triangle when you have 2 inches and 7 inches and 9 inches? Do you think it's going to be a triangle? And C, when you have like 2, 7, 10 inches, do you think it's going to be a triangle? And 2, 7, and 6. All right, I'm going to give you the answers later, but I really need you to think about it, okay? There are 2 answers. So A and one of these going to be the answer for this question, but I really need you to think like which one and why. All right, so we're going to talk about exterior angles of polygon, so any shape, but especially here, triangle. So now I'll give you the conclusion first. So exterior angles always add to 360. So when we have A, B, and C, or X, Y, Z, doesn't matter. So when you add all the exterior angles, it's going to be 360. Exterior angle is not like when you have a triangle. Exterior angle is not this. Exterior, this is not exterior. No. No. Exterior angle, to find exterior angle, you need to extend the side. You have to extend the side. And then the angle between these 2 sides, it's 2 lines, it's going to be, this guy is going to be exterior. So you guys see like the line is extended, line is extended, line is extended. So this is exterior, this is exterior, this is exterior angle. So when you add all these 3 angles, it's always 360. And you know what? It's actually always 360 for any polygon. So the sum of the measures of the exterior angles of the convex polygon is 360. So if it is, this is quadrilateral that we were going to talk about today. So you extend the line, you extend the side, you extend the side, you extend the side. Now we are having how many angles? You're going to have 4 angles. So when you add all of them together, it is 360. I know you don't have this slide, but I really need you to remember this, okay? But we're going to talk about, mostly we're going to talk about triangle. All right, so now we're going to find the measures of exterior angles. So now we have 3 angles here. We have x, 2x, x plus 40. When you add all of them together, what is this angle sum? X plus 2x plus x plus 40. When you add all them together, it was 360. So now, do we have like terms? Yes, we do have like terms here. What's x plus 2x plus x? It's going to be 4x plus 40 is equal to 360. So now minus 40 minus 40. So now 4x is equal to 320. Divided by 4, divided by 4. It should be like you have to do this automatically. You don't even need to think, right? Because we practice this a lot. So x is 80. So now we're going to find all the measures. So x is 80. 2x is going to be 160. And x plus 40 is 120. So when you add all them together, it's 360. All right, so now we're going to talk about quadrilateral today. So we are going to talk about quadrilateral. So we have quadrilateral with exactly one pair. So on your worksheet, it should be blank. So you have to copy it down. So we have exactly one pair of parallel sides. It is called trapezoid. So we only have one pair of parallel sides. What if you have two pairs of parallel sides? Like opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So we have two pairs of parallel sides. It's called parallelogram. Parallelogram. We have parallelogram has two pairs of parallel sides. And kite, two pairs of congruent adjacent sides. So the side adjacent, they're congruent. They are congruent. And among parallelograms, the parallelograms with four right angles, it's called rectangle. And parallelogram with four congruent sides, like you have all four like congruent sides, same measure, it's called rhombus. And parallelograms with four congruent sides and four right angles, it's called square. So I know you learned this like for several years from like 3rd and 4th grade. So I'm not going to go over this, and I'm not going to, go over some example to classify. You really need to remember the like how many pairs of parallel sides are there, what is the name of the shape. I really need you to remember this. If you don't, all right, so we're going to talk about some of angle measures of quadrilateral. Before I explain this, I really want you to think about, like, go back to triangle. So triangle is, let's say triangle is right here. What was the angle sum of the triangle? Like we have x, y, z. X plus y plus z, 180. So now, how many triangles are here? How many triangles? We have 1 and 2. So what was the angle sum of each triangle? 180, 180. So now I can just say, the sum of angle measures of quadrilateral, because quadrilateral has two triangles in it. So it's going to be 180 times by 2, 360. Am I correct? All right, so it's going to be x plus y plus z plus w. All four angles, if you add them together, it's going to be 360. So we're going to, you know what we're going to do, right? We're going to try to set up an equation and solve for the variable. Let's go.